Strike three. He knew it.
There's some kind of...
If he is playing with baseball bat, get this guy a tennis racket.
Welcome in. It's a baseball podcast. I'm Charles.
I'm PJ.
And I'm Jacob.
And we have episode 11, guys. Don't get confused. Not like Stranger Things, just 11 the number.
Well, isn't that what the name is in the show?
I think so, but you know what? I don't want people to be confused.
I only watched the first part.
You're looking for our podcast.
I didn't pay attention to that thing. I pay attention to baseball.
A lot of baseball this week, too. A lot of great games, a lot of great series this week. Some weird things happening with hitters. I don't know if you guys think this. I think there's a lot of hitters struggling right now. Pitching is kind of like taking the forefront of being awesome, and hitting is kind of just a little bit slower right now. What do you think?
I saw a post about how this is like the lowest hitter batting average in like 40, 50 years or something like that. So,
wow. That is, I mean, it makes sense because all the batting averages I see whenever we're looking at the comparisons for the Beat the Streak on the app, they're typically really bad. Like, they're low.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is my first year really paying attention to the pro baseball, and I always heard people talking about batting 300 or something, like it's kind of pretty good, like a slightly above average, but now that seems to be almost an anomaly.
Yeah,
right?
and we're at the point now where we can't say the season's young. It's still young. However, I think this is when you can start looking at the standings more. Because honestly, the teams are going to get to where they're going to decide, are we going to be a buyer or a seller? Are we going to trade some key players that are may not be with us next season? Or are we going to keep them and try to make a push towards the playoffs? Because, you know, you don't want to keep the guys if you can't keep them. You want to get draft picks, right?
Yeah.
and they usually say don't look at the standings until Memorial Day, and here we are. So,
Memorial Day, guys. Memorial Day.
The time has come.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit later. I got one. Let me just get this off my chest.
Get it
Let
off.
me just get it off. I want people to understand that this is important to me.
old man yells at cloud.
There's got to be people out there who agree with
I want to know what this is about.
You guys, if you don't agree, I'm sorry. But let me just talk to the people out there. Every team should play on the holidays. This is a summer sport. Let the teams play on the holidays. Who is doing the scheduling? I know we talked about them throwing it into MLB The Show and making stuff up. Quit that. Holidays, every team plays.
Well, you know, and it's like the Braves play like 13 days in a row, and then they have Memorial Day off. That doesn't. Why didn't they give them last Monday off, and so they could play today?
That's a good question, but I got no answer. I couldn't even begin to pontificate or ponder about what this could be.
I don't think the MLB has an answer either.
They don't. You know what? Those players that are out there are fishing or playing golf or whatever it is they want to do on their off days, that's good for them.
I mean, maybe it's like some of those teams are just doing it to pay their respects kind of thing, you know? A moment of silence that's a whole day.
Well, if they're going to do that, let every team be off.
I mean,
I agree. It should either be all or nobody.
Well, hey, we had to come to work today.
We did. We're of the people. We're doing the podcast today even.
I know of plenty of people who didn't have to come to the work today who are going to be listening to the podcast.
Hey, sports is entertainment. A lot of people aren't working. Put all the teams on so they can watch them all. Don't you think?
While you're grilling, start the games at noon, so that way there's games on all day.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
You can't disagree, Jacob.
I can't disagree. For our foreign listeners, this Memorial Day, we get, it's like a government national holiday. Federal holiday. Yeah, that's what we call it. And a lot of people get a day off work.
Yeah.
We can chalk up the baseball teams
Sure.
not playing to maybe that.
Sure.
In the same sense that we don't get a day off.
Let
work,
us know what
but
you think.
Other people do.
I kind of am curious what people think. If you want to tell us what you think, reach out on social media. You can email us at
abaseballpodcast@gmail.com.
And wherever you find our show, you can comment there. Let us know what you think about that.
Absolutely. Reach out.
Speaking of which, do you want me to read our viewer email
Yeah,
or listener
I'd love
email?
to hear from
Please.
This is from Derek, who we heard from before.
Derek.
Derek, Mr. Consistent.
Shouts out, Derek.
Remember, he got us on that little tangent about, what was it? Was it
Whip.
OPS or whip?
Whip. Yeah.
Whip.
This is different, guys. He says, thanks for reading my question. Recently, Mariano Rivera was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame as the first person to receive a unanimous vote. His career whip is .00, by the way. He just threw that in there.
He was listening.
Thank you, Derek.
With all of the baseball players who have ever played the game we love, including Japanese players, Negro Leagues players, who should have been the first unanimous vote into the Hall of Fame? That's a great question.
I have an instant answer.
Yeah, go for it.
Barry Bonds.
Yes.
I don't care what anyone says about steroids. Steroids don't make you do what that guy did.
Yeah, it can't make you hit the ball better.
Yeah,
it really
doesn't
can't.
make you see the ball better.
It doesn't make you see the ball better.
You still have to hit the ball.
It gives you more power, sure.
Makes you stay on the field a little longer, sure.
But the guy
Makes your head get
guy was a
bigger.
beast.
Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. He should.
Pete Rose.
However,
He should
now
too.
that's not the question, guys. The question isn't explicitly people who aren't in the Hall of Fame. It's people who
I think those two
didn't-
guys should have been unanimous Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
just unanimous Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
But,
For those obvious reasons, though, they aren't, right?
Right. Because they have I don't know what you want to say off the field, but they have a cloud above them for.
Yeah, an air about them, to say the least.
How are some of these players not unanimous? King Griffey Jr. wasn't unanimous?
Right.
Was
It's-
not.
Greg
it's-
Maddox?
I think we talked about
Yeah.
this episode or two ago.
Quite a few of those.
How inconsistent the voters are, where they're just like, I'll vote for one guy. Like, come on, man.
Now, here's one that I'm surprised wasn't unanimous, but was given to him so quickly. The special election. The Lou Gehrig.
Right.
The first special election. I don't think it was unanimous, but, I'm surprised that it wasn't. That's honestly pretty surprising.
Do you think these guys gather around a table kind of like we have in a studio here and are like, we don't want to make this unanimous. Who doesn't want to vote for this guy?
I don't think, and maybe one of the committees, but I think the actual writers, they don't talk to each other at all.
I don't think they talk to each other at all.
And because then some of them will go on Twitter and be like, this is my vote, and it's like, you voted for nobody.
And let's be honest, creatives have a big head. They don't want to listen to other people's
That's true.
opinions. They don't.
do.
If they get stuck in their own idea of seeing these players, and they don't want to listen to how another person might be seeing them.
Speaking of a big head, and that sounds weird. I apologize for that.
Charles, are
However,
you talking about me?
Who has a big head,
We
Charles?
have a person we know
With a large
huge
head?
college baseball fan. We don't talk a lot of college baseball.
It's true.
Let's talk a little right now. Right now.
Okay.
Arkansas's not hosting. How is this possible?
Unacceptable. And for the listeners that don't know, college baseball has a selection for playoffs. It's not like purely based on record. There's a lot of shenanigans. Is that what you want? Yeah.
Oh, shenanigans.
Shenanigans
absolutely.
that go along that, and so
I
it's
don't
not
understand any of it.
I don't think the people who pick it do either.
Nobody understands
But
it.
Arkansas, the University of Arkansas, which is, I think most of us are Arkansas fans or try to root for Arkansas, and they pretty much host their own regional, which is 4 teams every single year, if not the next round as well. And this year they didn't, which seems kind of ridiculous. But
I think what's happening here is now I have no dog in. Besides liking Arkansas, I have no other dog in this fight. I think someone on the selection, is a committee or whatever they are, just likes Mississippi State, just likes some other school.
well, that's the thing too. Is like the college football playoff as well, March Madness, all of these committees. Like, oh, I went to Iowa, I went to this school, and so they're going to be like, well, my school should get a little. You can't tell me there's not that a little bit in there. Or I didn't like that school, so I'm not going to let them.
Isn't the Razorback softball team hosting their World Series or whatever?
Yeah, they're going for the first time. They're going to the College World Series.
Now,
Are
when
we
they get to the
hosting
College
it, or
World
are
Series,
we-
that's different.
That's a neutral.
That's
Same
a neutral
city
thing?
all the time.
Yeah, always in Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of weird because baseball and softball don't have the same schedule.
I could have swore we were talking about
They
them
did. They
hosting
did host.
something, right?
They hosted a regional and a super.
A
Yes.
regional.
They got
Okay.
to host both super
Yeah.
regional and regional. Now, if Arkansas makes it out of the regional, there a chance we can host a super regional?
If they, since they're not a ranked seed, if they played another ranked seed, they could. They
Okay.
could
It's
put
just,
another unranked seed. I mean,
just think if this was happened in the majors. What if this happened and they're like,
you have the best record, but you didn't get enough good wins, so you're actually not going to be the playoff. That would be ridiculous.
Like the Braves.
There would be riots.
Oh my gosh!
There
they're
are
like,
certain fan bases where there would legitimately be riots
Right.
over this.
we're gonna play all your games at Dodger Stadium.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a few years ago, which is why we have the current playoff system, when the Giants won, 107, and the Dodgers won like 106?
Yes.
And the Dodgers had to be in the wild card?
Yep.
Or in the 90s,
That was crazy,
when the Braves
dude.
won like 100 games and then didn't even make the playoffs?
it's kind of weird how all that lines up, but if there's anyone out there who disagrees, please let us know. I just think it's a little bit of weird shenanigans with college baseball right
Kinda
now.
weird. Just kind of weird.
Kind of weird.
Speaking of shenanigans, I got a new game. You guys want to try it?
We have a
I'd love
brand new
to.
game.
Let me try.
new.
Did you
Lay
know
it
about
on me.
this, Jacob?
I had heard rumors, throughout the mill.
Dude,
There
I
was a
heard
couple
rumors,
like
too.
interns we saw running around with their heads just abuzz, absolutely losing it over something. I was suspicious.
I thought they were trying to track down the hot dog night, the dollar hot dog night. They weren't.
Nah, I did send them on that errand, but no, there was nothing that turned up. They got sidetracked really easily, apparently.
What is the game called, PJ? What is the game called that we're going to play today on our show?
I'm going to call this game High and Low after one of my favorite Empire of the Sun songs. So,
Oh,
I love it.
for those who don't know, PJ is a very big Empire of the Suns fan.
Empire of the Sun,
Sun.
Luke Steele,
Sorry.
if you're listening to this and you want to come on the podcast, we'd love to have you on.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on. Reach
So-
out to us at abaseballpodcast@gmail.com.
This game is, I think there's a game show with a similar premise, but I don't remember what it's called. But
That's fine. Lay it on us, dog.
so basically, I'm going to give you a player and a stat, and then I'm going to tell you another player, and you're going to have to guess if this player is higher or lower than the previous number.
I like it. I like it. This is now, current, right
So-
now.
Yes, stats.
Just recap this. One player, one stat.
Right.
And we have to guess if it's higher or lower.
And then the next player is higher or lower.
If the next player
Yes.
is higher or lower. So the first stat is true.
Yes.
Is a correct stat.
Yes.
They're all correct, but I'm just going to, you just have to guess.
Yeah.
I wanted,
get it.
I couldn't tell if we were gonna be if this was a game where he was gonna try to trick us or not.
No. I'll tell
We're
you.
purely guessing here. Okay.
So now I'll put this to you guys. You guys want to each do a guess, or you want to do a team game here?
I don't like team games.
All right. So we'll keep score then.
Yeah.
Let's keep score.
All right.
Keep
so we'll start.
score.
We're going to do home runs
Let's
as of
do it.
today, Memorial Day recording. That's what these stats are up to.
Let's
so
do it.
we'll start with I don't know, a player Charles might like. I'm not sure. Bryce Harper has 12 home runs.
Okay.
And that's a real stat.
That is absolutely correct.
He actually has
As
that.
of our
This is for
recording.
this
This
is
season,
for
yes.
season.
This is as of today.
Oh, okay. So we're getting
All of these numbers are
We are
correct,
getting
but-
crazy with it.
Yes.
We're doing it for today. Okay.
So the next player is going to be Jorge Soler.
So does Jorge Soler have higher or lower?
Have
home
more
runs?
than 12 home runs.
Do you want to go first?
I'm gonna say more. I'd say higher.
I like Jorge Soler. All respect to Jorge Soler.
I don't think Bryce Harper's been playing very good this season.
Charles, pick what you would actually pick and don't pick to be different.
don't. Pick
I
to
was
going to
pick lower because I think Jorge Soler strikes out way too much. So I'm going to say right now he gets better when the summer gets warmer. Lower.
Jacob, you said higher?
I said higher.
Jorge Soler has 9. So
Dang.
Charles will get a point there.
Thank you.
I just don't feel like Bryce Harper has been doing very
Yeah,
good.
I
this
mean
season,
he's been okay.
honestly.
Well,
It's not what the game's about.
yeah, exactly. It's
I
about-
know.
All right, so the next player, Jorge Soler is 9. So now the next player you're going to go off of is, so we're going to say
Is
higher or
Soler.
lower than 9. Yes.
Higher or lower than 9.
Yes.
Okay.
The next player, Chicago White Sox, Colson Montgomery.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you won. We'll golf it.
I
You go.
know. I'm pretty sure I've seen this. He is higher than 9.
I also think he's higher than 9.
All right, Colson Montgomery, 13.
Boom.
So
Do
we'll-
we
we'll-
both get points?
Yeah, we'll do first to 5. How about
Ding,
that?
ding,
That
ding.
work?
Ding, ding, ding. So Charles has 2.
Yes.
White Sox
And I have
been
1.
is
Cool.
really
Cool.
good this
Cool.
year.
White Sox trying to make the playoffs. Shout out to the White Sox.
Shout out.
Dude.
So next we'll do Brian Reynolds. And this is
Oh, our
Colson
buddy.
Montgomery, 13. Is Brian Reynolds higher or lower?
He's one of our favorites.
That's why I picked him.
Unsure Reynolds. He just looks like he's really like
What's going on?
yeah, he's not it's like he just woke up from a nap. The eyebrows are a little
Yeah.
furrowed, and he's squinting a bit. It's exactly what I look like when I'm waking up from a nap and anyone's asking me a question.
I don't know, man.
Right when I
just-
walk into work first thing in the morning and there's a problem, that's my face. That's my face right there. So that's Mr. Perturbed Reynolds. Let's see. Brian Reynolds. Higher or lower than 13?
Yes.
9.
9. Or 13. 13.
I was gonna
Yes.
say,
yeah,
it's 13
yeah,
now. It's
yes,
13
yes.
now.
I don't even know my own
No, you're
game.
fine.
I think he is higher.
Lower. Final answer.
Brian Reynolds has 4.
God dang
I
it.
have him in my
Brian!
fantasy team. And I've had to
Brian!
bench him because he hasn't
Come
got enough
on!
homers.
All right.
I think I've seen all 4 of those. I just assumed that he was hitting better than that when I'm not looking at him.
he needs you.
You've seen all 4 Brian Reynolds home runs?
I'm serious. He's on that list for me of
Most home
Absolutely
runs.
love
players
that.
who've
Yeah.
hit home runs I've seen.
He-
Liam Hicks is top of the list.
He needs
though.
you, dude. You need to tune into more Pirates games, and Brian will start
Please
hitting
do.
a bunch of homers.
I want them to be
Brian.
good.
Brian.
Okay. This next one, 4 is your answer, okay? So this next player, higher or lower? Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Higher. We're talking home runs, right?
Home runs. 4 home runs.
Dude, they have
Dude, this is
struggled.
gonna irritate me. He's gonna say no.
I'm
but
gonna
I'm
say
pretty
higher
sure
as well.
He had multiple games where he hit.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has hit 3.
Oh,
I
my
knew it.
God.
I knew it.
No.
That's why I picked
He'll
him.
heat up. Don't worry. Don't worry about old Vlad. He'll be
I'm
awesome.
horrible at this game.
It's hard because that player should have more.
Right.
They should have more. Yeah.
That's what makes this a good game.
I was going to pick Tatis, but everyone knows he's
this
got
is
0.
a very
so.
good
Hey,
game,
wherever you
PJ.
got this game from, I like it.
Okay.
This is a very good game.
Next player, higher than 3 or lower than 3? Ildemaro Vargas,
You're gonna piss me off, dude.
Wait, who does he play for?
the D-backs.
D-backs? Okay.
Higher or lower than 3? I want to say higher because the odds are in the favor that it's higher, but come on.
That dude's been thebomb.com. I'm going higher.
I want to say higher, man.
Ildemaro Vargas is 7.
Let's go.
All right,
Well,
we got
Charles
Charles at
took that.
4 here.
I love this game.
Okay,
I have what, 2?
yeah.
God.
You're doing pretty well. You got half the points.
Okay, but hold on. You might have a chance here, Jacob.
Okay.
Higher or lower than 7, we got Miami Marlins Xavier Edwards.
He's not hit 7.
Has he not?
I'm going to say lower.
Xavier Edwards?
Yeah, I mean, he hits a lot, but he doesn't hit a lot of home runs. I think he's hit like 3 or 4.
I don't think you're right. I'm going higher than 7.
Xavier Edwards, 6.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was about to
Good
say,
job.
I don't think it's 7. I've seen about 4 of those, and I remember whenever he got one of them, they were like, it's his first of the season.
Can we
kinda thing.
make that point teal just for Jacob?
Dude,
If I had
we
a teal
could,
pin, then yes.
if we could,
Okay. Higher than 6 or lower than 6?
okay.
TJ Rumfield. He plays for the Colorado Rockies.
He had a game the other day, like a couple weeks ago, where I think he hit 2 or 3.
multiple homers
yeah,
in a
multiple
game?
homered. Higher or
Rockies?
lower than 6?
They're sneaky, dude. Rockies are sneaky.
Rockies
with
That's
the
are
why they're
sneaky.
20 and 34. Is
Yeah.
They're sneaky.
Yeah, they're sneaky. Get that record too. Are you saying higher or lower? I'll just guess higher.
I want to say lower.
TJ Rumfield, 7.
Mother.
Let's go.
So Charles takes the first ever,
Thank you very much.
the inaugural. If you like this game, let us know. We'll bring it back. If you don't like it, then
I think it's a
we'll
great
stop
game.
playing.
And if no one says anything, we're probably just going to bring it back anyway.
That's right.
Speaking of teal,
Speaking of teal.
Seattle Mariners.
Yeah.
What's this guy's name? Colt Emerson.
Yeah,
He made his debut
indeed.
and he struggled for a little bit, but then he went 4 for 4 with 3 doubles and an RBI Sunday against the Royals in one game.
I heard about this.
I think that he raised his batting average. He was 2 for 17 to start the season.
Yeah.
And he raised it all the way to 286 with that one game. That's pretty good. I think he's the real deal.
Well, with respect, short amount of appearances, that's an easy way to up it, right? Start playing really well.
Yeah, listen to this. This is just kind of is mind blowing to me. He became the 18th player in MLB history, age 20 or younger, to record at least 4 hits in one game.
Wow.
I mean, there's not like a lot of those young players like that.
But there is a
there's
lot of players.
Yes.
There is a lot of players.
I mean, think about it. Alex Rodriguez did this. Giancarlo Stanton did this. Manny Machado did this. He joined those guys.
Shouts out Manny Machado, right?
I guess. Can we talk about Manny Machado? You have something on your paper.
I do.
About.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's
we'll
talk
get to
about that.
Yeah.
What was that? I can't remember what it was at all.
PJ said something about Manny Machado doing
So
really
at the beginning
bad.
of the podcast, really, not just the season, but the beginning of the podcast, we decided we'd do some preseason predictions.
Yes.
And I wrote down everybody's MVP and Cy Young pick. Or I guess I just wrote down my Cy Young pick.
That's okay. We can look
But we got MVP picks here. And Jacob, to spite Charles, picked Manny Machado. And I
Yep,
was saying
I
to
did.
Jacob that I think that he has cursed Manny Machado
I'm fine with that.
because he has been not particularly good.
What is wrong with Manny Machado?
But you
Come
know
on,
what's
my
crazy
guy.
is the Padres,
Come on, my guy.
31 and 21. Fernando Tatis hasn't hit a home run yet. And Manny Machado is hitting 174 with a 608 OPS.
And they're still doing pretty decent. Pretty
They're
well.
still very good, yeah. And
It's a team game.
They're just
I
having
was-
bad rolls, man. They're just rolling low on the dice right there, man.
I feel bad for him a little bit. I don't want him to be like awesome, but I don't want him to be like this bad.
Oh, come on, my guy.
I want the Padres to beat the Dodgers in that division. Come on.
Charles, could I ask for you to give us
Oh,
the
no.
speech that you would give Manny Machado
to get him out of his slump.
to get him out of his slump?
He calls you up on the phone. He says, "Charles of A Baseball Podcast, the bat's been struggling. I need some motivation."
Yeah. What are you gonna tell Manny when he gets up into your into your office to talk to you?
I'll say, Manny, you man that hot corner. Your name is Manny. You play for the San Diego Padres, and they need you. They need you to get that bat, that golden bat you're going to be swinging toward the fence to start hitting home runs, doubles, triples. Just get on base.
He can hit singles.
You can hit singles. Get on base. Strike out. Let the ball go back to the backstop. Run to first base.
That would
They
require him
need
to
you.
hustle.
You can do it, Manny. You can do it.
I think that would be quite the uplifting speech.
think that would
Manny,
get him
if
right
you're
out of his
hearing
funk.
this,
I can't believe you just made me do that. But you know, that's all right.
This is what kind of podcast we are, though.
absolutely.
We'll talk about, we'll give a guy that Charles doesn't like. He wants to see him succeed.
Guys,
wants
we
to
have
see him
show
succeed.
notes. We take them and we just tear them up. When we're doing the show, we just do whatever we want. We don't
Sometimes
care.
you feel a vibe, you just gotta chase it.
Wha-
You know?
While we're talking about our predictions, do we want to take a look at what we did? I mean, because we're
Yeah.
we're at Memorial Day. That's
Yeah.
when you're allowed to look at the standings,
Let's look
according
at
to
'em.
some people.
Sure.
Sure.
We'll go through Charles's AL picks first.
Okay.
So Charles said he thought that Baltimore was going to win the AL East, and not looking so hot. 12 and a half games back.
No, it's not.
Jacob said the Blue Jays, which not looking too much better, but better than Charles.
A little bit better than me.
I've seen
And-
to curse these teams.
I also said the Blue Jays, so me and Jacob not doing so hot there.
You know who is doing better than I expected? Because whenever I said I would be a fan of them, everyone kind of talked a lot of smack. Is the Marlins?
Yeah,
They're doing better than I thought they would.
yeah. I mean, they're not like great, but they're not bad.
No, they're a very entertaining team to watch.
They're competitive.
The Tampa Bay Rays are in first in that division, and I think I know why. Because when we started, we thought the Tampa Bay Devil Rays were a thing, and now it's just the Tampa Bay Rays of sunshine, pretty
Yes.
much.
If you see the little yellow thing on their jersey, it's a ray of light.
Yeah, and you can still pet the Stingrays out there.
yeah.
Very, very misleading.
Ever since that, they've been ever since that that proclamation that we figured out early on. They started winning.
I do think it's wrong that they're misleading all the viewers and
agree.
fans like that.
I
but,
agree.
You know, whatever they got to do to get people in seats, right?
What other predictions did we make? I kind of want to hear some
Ooh,
more.
Charles not off to a good start here.
I'm not good with predictions.
AL Central, he picked Detroit, who almost has one of the worst records in baseball.
Rest in peace, Tarek Scooble's elbow.
21-33 right now. They're in last place.
They're gonna trade Scooble. Don't trade him to one of those teams I don't like, please. How about the Braves?
Now that you've said it on a baseball podcast, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't.
Who knows?
What did Jacob? do on
Jacob
that?
picked the Royals, which is one game better than
Hey.
the Tigers.
Hey,
And I picked the Tigers, so none of us have looking so great so far.
We didn't see the White Sox doing this well, and honestly, the Guardians.
We should have known. The Guardians
this is
are
my
always.
first time doing this.
Hey.
I'm like a baby with its
and,
eyes
and
freshly open,
we're,
trying to
we're
pick
doing worse than
teams.
you. So
Yeah, it is what it is.
Can we at least do the American League West? Because I know something good's happening there.
I bet mine's not good.
me and Jacob shared quite a few here. Me and him both picked Seattle, who's in second. They're coming along.
They're not bad.
They are. They're doing better.
But Charles, we clowned him. Picked the Athletics, who are one game over 500. They're in first
Yes.
place.
Yes.
I don't think anybody
Wow.
thought the Rangers in Houston would be bad, but they are.
I mean,
The Athletics
It's
are the real
because
deal.
apparently Nick Kurtz is just Barry Bonds. So
apparently.
he started out kind of slow this season, but he
Yeah.
is like
he's awesome. Yeah.
yeah, no,
Shea
he
Langoliers,
felt very slow.
still really
Shea
good.
Langoliers, yeah, really good.
Their pitching is better than I expected, honestly.
I couldn't name you a
Athletics, let's
single
go.
Athletics pitcher.
Do you want to hear the NL?
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
So Charles and I picked the Braves, which I was a little hesitant because I didn't know if they would be healthy, but here they are, and they're doing really well. And Jacob picked the Marlins, which, hey, like we said, they're not too bad. They could get in second place in like this week. Like
Yeah, they could.
Shouts
So-
out Marlins. We swept the Mets. I mean, not hard to do, but come on.
Hey, anytime you
Yeah,
shoot
it's
the
true.
Mets, I
The
like
like
walk-off
Mets.
grand slam.
That's
And then
crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Walk-off
Jacob
Mets.
and I picked the Brewers, who are now in first place. Took them a little bit, but
Well,
they're there now.
Hey, as long as they get there, that's
Yeah.
all I care about.
Can we just skip my predictions?
No. Hey, you know what?
Lay it on us.
To be fair to Charles on this one, this last place team is not the same as some of the other ones.
lay it right on
The Pirates are in last place, but they're a game over 500, which would be in first place in the AL West.
All
Right.
right.
So every team in that division is over 500, which you don't see ever.
The Pirates are only 4.5 games back of first place. They can still do it. They're going to get healthy a little bit, but, I feel like they're a team that can still do it, unlike the Tigers, who I don't have any faith in anymore.
And then the only division that all of us picked different teams. Charles picked the Giants, who are 22-33. They're not going to win the division. Jacob, he must have known something because he picked the Padres, who are a game and a half back. And like we were just saying, despite Machado and Tatis struggling,
Yep.
they're playing well. So you
can
could
thank
argue
Mason Miller for part of that.
yeah, Mason Miller. Basically, if you get a lead, Mason Miller wins the game. So
Yep.
Yeah, he's awesome.
and I picked the Dodgers, which great job there. That's not too hard to do.
I went
but-
with colors on that, guys.
Colors?
Yeah, I like
So
the
you like the
Padres.
brown?
I like the brown. I look good in brown.
Before
You
I met
shoulda-
my wife, when I was a bachelor, and I got together with Heather, she would come over to my house. She'd be like, "Why do you have so much brown furniture?"
Well,
I just liked brown,
brown's not a bad color, man.
I
You
saw-
were ahead of the trend. Natural tones are in now, Charles.
Well, I mean, it was a little much brown.
Also, you grew up in the 80s where the whole world was brown, right?
Well, I grew up in the 90s, kind of. I mean, I was born in the 80s, but I grew up in the 90s.
Well,
I feel like.
a little bit of both, right?
But you know what? Predictions are what they are. And when we talked about the
but they're
predictions early
fun.
on, they're fun.
Yeah.
And when you look back at it, we're going to look back at it again later after the All-Star break. When we get closer to the end of the season, we'll look at them again. We made some other predictions we didn't even talk about. Well, and you know what? Sometimes you do a reset at the All-Star break. Let's do resets. We can do some other predictions.
It's kind of crazy. I
Nice.
made a prediction that Tarek Scooble's elbow would implode, and
He'll be back. He'll be back. He's already throwing, throwing already. So
yeah,
I
no,
think he'll
I
be
saw
back
him
soon.
he was in a bullpen in what, Cucamonga or some shit.
I like Tarek Skubal. He's an awesome player. Man, do we want to play the pickle? Do we want to do that?
Yeah, let's start the pickle.
You guys are looking at me funny. What did I say?
Nah,
No, it
nothing
wasn't
you
you.
said. Nothing you
Yeah.
said.
All right.
Nothing you,
You guys
said.
got a guess here to start us off?
Let's see. You're looking at me.
I'm looking at you.
Well, today's pickle was Kyle Stowers. So
You can talk about the MLB app.
the MLB app pickle.
Okay.
Yeah, the MLB app
Which,
pickle.
speaking of, we had this discussion the other day. They did an injured player.
They did an injured player.
That's unacceptable.
Also, I'm so sorry to anybody who catches this at the end of the day and hasn't done the pickle
Yeah,
yet.
sorry about that.
That just hit me that I ruined it for you.
Well,
It's okay.
They get
okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Hey, they can get it first try because of you.
That's true.
that's true. That's true.
They could do our player, and then they could do.
We'll be sure to title this one "Pickle Spoilers." Don't listen.
Yeah, don't listen until you've done the pickle.
Are you starting with Stowers?
I was just thinking about that. But PJ, what were you saying before I cut you off?
Oh, they shouldn't be able to do a
The injured
player.
list?
Yeah,
I agree. We have
Because-
a bit more integrity there.
yeah, because we used to do that, and before the season started, and it made it hard.
Makes it very hard.
Because I think I did 3 players that fit the age and description, but they weren't.
It's kind of like the equivalent of letting you use people in the minor leagues.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't see them
Right.
on the
Can't see
list.
Yeah.
You can't see him. Let's go with Kyle Stowers.
All
Let's
right.
go with him.
He's an outfielder, right?
He is an outfielder.
He's one of my favorite left, right?
Left,
Oh,
28.
yeah.
Plays for the Marlins. Shouts out Marlins.
Has he been playing well recently?
He got a home run the other day. Like yesterday, I think, or day before.
Okay. I was looking at his stats, trying to see how he's been doing.
I've
The
been watching
Marlins use
so
a
many
lot
of
of
these
different
games that
outfielders.
They just blend together.
Don't they use a lot of different outfielders or a lot of different? They mix it up a little.
They do.
And like Big Red, he don't play against lefties. What's Big Red's real name?
Owen Casey.
Owen Casey. He didn't play against the lefties ever.
Big red. Like the soda.
I just like the nicknames: Big Red, Big Amish,
And
all
it's-
those big names.
I mean, it's kind of funny. I mean, he is left-handed. He bats left.
I think they're just thinking that he can't hit the ball. The left-hand pitchers will throw a lot of like sliders outside, and some of these lefty hitters can hit them, like Matt Olson can hit
Yeah.
them. But Owen Casey's kind of still like young in his career.
Mm-hmm.
He just hasn't quite figured it out consistently,
I
right?
see.
So that's why they'll play platoons and have a righty-lefty situation.
That makes sense, though.
Okay. Tell me if this is weird. So I'm looking at appearances. Kyle
Yeah.
Stowers played left field and right field, mostly left field, so I'm going to say he's left field, but it says 21 appearances left field, 13 appearances right field, but then it says 27 appearances in outfield. Those numbers don't equal
They
27.
don't equal. Did someone mess up on Baseball Reference?
Could it be that are you locked into a position once you start a game?
No,
and you're
no,
fielding?
you can
move.
play all 9.
You can play all 9.
Play every position.
So, is it possible that that's like somehow compounding? Like
Maybe it just means
half of those
started.
games are kind of overlapping both positions. Maybe.
Maybe it just means started. I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe that's where he started and he came in the outfield other times.
I don't. Yeah, I have no idea, man.
That's weird. We'll have to do a little research on that.
Baseball
kinda
Reference.
curious.
If you could reach out to us at abaseballpodcast@gmail.com, give us some answers here.
Yeah,
That would be
We
phenomenal.
need those answers because it make the pickle have
We're a
integrity.
very inquisitive group, and we're very pedantic. We like rules, we like specificity, and we like things to be the same.
All right. Do you want to hear what Mr. Stowers got us?
Let's hear it.
Lay it on me.
All right. Team is wrong. NL East is wrong. Bats left is correct. Throws left is wrong. USA is correct. Let me double check. Age is wrong. And left field is correct.
So bats left, throws right is what we're looking for now.
Okay.
And
Age is wrong. Left field is correct?
Yes.
and NL East being wrong is actually pretty helpful
Indeed.
because we have just AL Central and AL West.
And we said USA?
Yeah. Yes, USA is correct.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty helpful.
That's pretty dang helpful right there, son.
It's hard to like
We're looking for a bats
the
left,
West.
throws
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more than you would think, but just trying to find that specific thing.
Let me try Colson Montgomery.
Oh yeah, could be because he's been doing really well.
He has been doing really well.
I did mention him earlier.
He mentioned him earlier.
Is that right?
Now, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it means that he mentioned him earlier.
Does he play left field?
No.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's okay. We'll
It's
see
all
if
right.
it's AL Central
We'll see if it's AL Central.
or White Sox.
Or we'll see what's happening. Just we'll see what's going on.
If you guys
fully.
play pickle out there, let us know how you conquer this because you need a little bit of some help.
I'm trying to narrow down, is he younger or older than 28? This is 4 years
Okay.
lower. He's
Yeah.
24.
Knocks out a lot of years in there too.
Yep. And it'll also help us with establishing division
Division
and team.
Because if it's not the AL Central, we knock down all those teams out of there.
Yeah, it's at least we're not throwing out just a random,
All
random
right.
Joe Blow.
Here, our boy Colson got us.
Okay.
Team, White Sox is correct. AL Central is correct. Bats left, throws right. USA is correct. 24 is orange.
Okay.
And shortstop is wrong.
Buddy.
It's a White Sox.
It is a
Dude,
White
you should be able
Sox.
to figure this out pretty fast now.
I mean,
White Sox.
it's totally possible. 24 is orange, he says.
Yes.
24 is orange, he says. And they are from the America. From the United States of A. Charles, do you have any idea?
No. What do you got?
Charles,
Just
you haven't
immediate-
contributed
no.
anything.
No.
I know. I'm
No.
distracted right now.
No.
I'm distracted because it's
It's
AL
Sam
Central.
Antonacci.
Sam Antonacci is correct.
Good
Boom.
job.
I want to give a shout out to Sam. He got hit by a pitch twice in the same inning.
How does that even happen?
It means that they went around. Wait, was it in the same plate appearance, or did they go
No.
around the batter?
In
circle,
one
or-
inning, he got 2 separate at bats and got hit by a.
Okay. Wow.
I think he's a. Let me double check.
They either really didn't.
Yeah, he's
like
leading
him
the
or
league
he's
in hit by
unlucky.
pitch. He's got 10.
Can you tell us his nickname?
What do you mean he's got 10?
He's been hit by 10 pitches.
Do they all hate him?
I guess so. He doesn't have a nickname.
He
He
needs a
doesn't look
nickname.
like that big of a target.
I wanna say one of my good friends, Danny. He's a huge White Sox fan, and he
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
is sending me whenever Sam gets hit by a pitch. It's
You
like a
know
running
what?
joke.
What's this kid doing?
He's just I guess he's crowding the plate or something. He's
Apparently,
gritty.
Can I just give him a nickname for fun?
Yeah, whatever you want to.
Can you just go with Nachi? Just take out half of his last name.
Nachi?
Just call him Nachi. That's kind
Nachi?
of fun.
Eventually, he's going to be called Nacho.
Oh, there's already
Nachos.
Nacho out there.
Well, there's a bunch of nachos.
Call him
out
Mr.
there.
Hit by Pitch.
I would, yeah. Mr. Ball Magnet.
Man, there's so much to talk about in so little time, guys.
Yeah, it is winding down.
Are we winding down our hour plus ish?
We got a bit.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we got a little
Okay.
bit. I mean, winding down in the relevance
Well,
of, like, you
I
know,
mean-
We're always winding down.
what our general
Look,
entire time is.
For some reason in our studio, I usually can see the clock and see how much time we have left. Today, I can't see it. I don't know what it is. It doesn't really matter. I'm just verbalizing it so the people out there
He
can
says
understand.
he doesn't have a computer in front of him.
Yeah, you saw what time we started this.
Well, I didn't pay attention.
Of course.
Let me tell you about this. You know how we're about
Charles.
rule changes and stuff? Like stuff, there's random rules. I saw that in single A baseball this season, hitters cannot request timeouts during an at bat unless it's for equipment or a brushed back pitch. How can they say that they can't call timeout ever?
That's ridiculous.
What's
That's
a brushed back pitch?
like if you're Sam and they
Yeah.
throw it inside on you and you don't get hit,
Oh, yeah.
you can like take a moment to collect yourself there. But that's ridiculous because
Stop crowding the plate.
It's like, hey, it's part of the game, man. But it's
What?
like that's just a strategy. You get 3-2 with runners on. A lot of guys take a timeout or something to take a breath, and you should be allowed to. The game doesn't need to be that quick.
I don't get it, dude. I mean, people will say, like, you got to speed the game up to make it faster. This is single A baseball. They're not doing this in other levels. It's just single A.
People are just bored, man. People are just they don't want to sit there and
So
see
what are they
these
gonna do?
guys take the game
If you-
seriously. Apparently,
If you call a timeout, are you out, or you just get a strike against you, or what?
The umpire will rip you in
yeah.
half.
The umpire just says, "No."
He takes you
Nah.
out to the parking lot
Nah.
and just
He
beats
puts you
up.
down.
Yeah.
He puts you down right there.
If you play in single A baseball, I want to know how this feels when you're playing the game. I want to know.
So can the pitcher call a timeout?
It's just talking about hitters.
That
here.
doesn't
Not-
seem fair that the pitcher can call a timeout and the batter can't. You know what you could do is if you have a runner on base, you just say, "Oh, timeout! I need a timeout," and give one for the batter. So
Facts.
if that's allowed,
Speaking of which,
That might have to be the new method.
we talked about college baseball earlier in the show.
yeah,
They can use ABS.
yeah, I saw that for
What the
they
heck?
had that for the tournament. I don't know if they're gonna have it for
Are they going to have it?
the tournament, but they had it for the conference tournaments.
That's really.
But I saw
interesting.
some conferences didn't.
Yet, if you go to the Naturals game, they don't have ABS.
Yeah, they don't have that.
What is happening with this? Get the same rules, people.
I want consistency. They're gonna be expected to play at that certain level with that certain those rules and the equipment whenever they're pro if they make it pro.
Right.
You might as well treat it that way ahead of time.
Exactly. This is like having a DH and not having a DH. Let's have the same rule set for everybody.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I think that it's just kind of random. Like this one's random. AAA. We went up a couple levels. We were in single A. Now we're in AAA.
Yeah.
Pitcher claims a pitch comm malfunction. You know what pitch comm is?
Yeah, that's the earpiece, right?
It's the thing in their little hat they can hear.
Yeah.
Because used to you'd show fingers for signs as a catcher, but
Yeah.
they don't do that anymore. They're getting
because
all
people
cute.
can read them. People cheat.
This is a random rule. Pitchers' claims of pitch comm malfunctions now count as a mound visit. So if they have a malfunctioning pitch comm, it's like, oh, that's a mound visit.
What?
This is random.
They're just trying nonsense.
It's kind of like
The game doesn't need to be sped up this much. They've already cut the time down plenty.
They're just throwing Duke at the wall and seeing what
Yep,
sticks. man.
exactly.
It's
I'm pretty
It's not
close
fun.
to the game. I watch a lot. You guys watch a lot. Have you guys heard anyone say the games are too long suddenly? I haven't heard that at all.
I
I think a lot of
mean-
people have said it's improved since all these rule changes, and I don't think anyone's saying it's
I will
still
say,
too long.
as someone who recently started watching baseball this year, the amount of people that I know who don't watch baseball or have only seen a couple games and they still say it's too long. I mean, I was just over at my buddy's house the other day who had Cubs Braves game on, and I mean this was a couple weeks ago or whatever, but he was complaining to me about how long the game was and how many ads there were in every single
There are a lot of
every
ads.
single break that there could be. There's a mound visit, ad. Pitcher change,
Yeah.
ad. There's break between innings, ad. They took a timeout, ad. A lot of people seem to be tired not just of like how long the game is, because
Yeah.
no one goes to a baseball game and then says, "Oh, this is way too
no,
long."
never.
Nobody's doing that.
Unless you're like 5 years
It's these
old.
people that are sitting at home watching, and I think they might be just trying to eliminate people turning off the games. Because I mean, I wouldn't want to sit through all that if I didn't have the investment of caring about the game.
I
you know?
think
Right.
PJ and I have talked about this before. Stop catering to people who don't care. Cater to people who care
Yeah.
as well. They stop doing that.
Like, I think they're doing a good job of, like, I know some people complain about, I got to have all these streaming services, but I think it puts more eyes on the game, and I think that's good. But changing rules for people who don't watch, they're not going to know that you changed the rules. They're not going to care.
Would
know?
you guys be willing to pay extra to just have no ad breaks in your baseball? Just
Yes.
full game stream the whole time. Commentators as if you're there in the stadium.
yeah. Here's what I want.
I
don't care about the ads, whatever. But just put the game in a little box so I can see the game still and just have the ads. I don't care. Do it that
Absolutely.
way.
Well, like NBA League Pass does a thing where you can just watch the broadcast and you'll see like the halftime, like not the halftime show, but you'll see like the studio halftime
Let's
show.
get that for MLB.
But there's also one where it's in arena, and instead of a commercial break, you just see the kids doing the
what's
half
happening in the
court
arena.
basketball game at the you just see all of that. You don't see any commercials.
Let's
you just
get it for
see-
MLB, man.
That'd be sick. Yeah,
That'd be amazing.
and see the little races in between
Yeah.
the innings and
Yeah.
stuff. That'd be fun.
I would pay extra for that.
You know what?
You
We
don't
already
have to
pay
pay
enough.
extra for NBA. It should just be included.
I mean, it
But then-
absolutely should.
But then, we lose out on $5.
exactly, we would lose out on this ad revenue that we need.
Of all the
Shouts out ad
That
revenue.
they have 3 commercials that they run over and over
Oh,
and over
man.
again.
It's just not fun to come back to an inning. You see that they take a commercial as the inning ends or whatever, and then we come back right as the inning started or something. Someone's already got a hit off, and they're running to the base.
Sometimes
You don't
it's
even
like
get to see what
that.
happens.
Yeah, and that's just bad timing on their broadcast team.
Absolutely,
or
absolutely,
the
but still.
broadcasters will be like, "Oh man, that hot dog race was crazy." Well, I wish I could have saw.
I wish I could have seen it. Yeah,
Can we talk about Paul Bird for a second?
Yes.
Paul Bird.
Paul Bird is a guy who used to play, and he's a sideline reporter for some games for the Braves. Who is he talking to about?
Mike Yastrzemski.
Mike Yastrzemski.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is that guy.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said that Mike Yastrzemski isn't the MVP or the All-Star, but he's a role player or something like that.
Yeah.
He knows how to play do his job.
The internet exploded, saying, "I can't believe Paul Bird just said that to his face."
And Yastrzemski was like
Yeah,
whatever. I
mean,
know.
that's-
Well, and that, these guys are professionals.
They're
you
probably
think, You think at this point, 34 or 35-year-old Mike Yastrzemski's going to go, actually, I am the MVP now, when he's never been,
Also, they're probably getting crazier things said to them by fans regularly.
But Paul Bird, I mean, he doesn't do social media. He recorded a video with him talking just to apologize to people because if anyone took it the wrong way, they could just hear from him himself. And he went into the locker room and asked, Yaz if he felt bad about it. And, he apologized to him. He didn't have to do that. Paul Bird's kind of a nice guy. He didn't have to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, I love the Braves, and it's amazing how cool Braves country is. There's so many Braves fans, but sometimes the Braves fans are the biggest group of crybabies.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are just like, what are you
The Braves
talking
aren't
about?
number one in power rankings. How dare you? I will say Bleacher Report calls them Atlanta because one of their writers is such a crybaby he won't say the Braves. But I bet he puts the Chiefs on there.
Oh, I know he does. He probably does.
That's annoying. But some of the stuff the Braves fans cry about, it's like, get over it, dude.
I'm sure every team has their crybaby fans out there.
I just think there's so many Braves
They all
fans.
go on the internet and just post about it. It's just, come on, people. Be better. Be better. And if anyone wants to get me the Alan Jackson bobblehead they're giving away at the Braves
Sick
game,
bobblehead.
I will take it. I'll put it right here in our studio. Think about just going
It'd be
to
pretty
that,
sick
Jacob.
bobble. Honestly, if anyone wants to send us any bobbleheads,
Yes, if you get
At
two
all.
and you go, actually, I don't need the second one, you can send it to us.
especially our foreign listeners, just reach out to us at abaseballpodcast
Yes.
at gmail.com.
Also,
we would love
we
to
brought-
see anything, any merch you guys want to send, stickers, any of that
Yes,
stuff from your
you
teams.
brought that up whenever we did our Around the World one. You were asking about baseball cards. So if there's baseball cards or
Yeah.
anything, that gimmicky things they give away,
I want to know what it
Yes,
is. Just
tell us.
write in and
Yeah.
tell us. Just see. We want to know.
We'll display it all in our studio.
Absolutely,
We'll
we
even
will.
take a picture of it and show it to you.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, that's
Gladly.
what's fun about it. Baseball's such fun. It's as we talked about over and over. It's everything about the game, not just the stats.
You guys know what else is kind of fun?
What's that?
Going around the basics.
We're gonna play some around the basics today.
I think we might. We got a little bit of time. We should maybe
Hey,
try to fit in some around the basics.
Jacob, I like your audible. Let's play some around the basics.
Around the basics.
Remind us how to play this game.
So I'm just going to ask you guys some questions about, they're basic baseball questions. Okay. I'm going with simple stuff. I'm trying to keep it simple, but, some of these are user suggested questions. So, or what is it? Listener suggested questions?
Yeah, listener suggested.
Well, they use a phone to do it
Yeah,
or a
so you-
computer. So
yeah,
they're
whatever.
using
Yeah.
things. So I can't always control that. But I'm going to ask you guys these questions. We're going to keep it real simple. I'll go with, let's say, like 4 or 5 questions. All right? The first one, and this is not a game really, but we want to know what these things are. Okay?
Okay, so we're just giving you information.
Yep. Just giving me info. So, what is a force out?
It's a force out.
Charles, you want to get that one?
I mean, a force out's like if the hitter hits it to a base that, how do you...
Okay,
Why
so
can I
like,
not describe a force out?
let's say there's a runner on first and second.
Okay.
There's a force out in that situation at third, second, and first. Anywhere where the runner does not have an option to go, they have to move.
You have to move
So if the
forward.
bases are loaded, every base is a force out. First and second, third, second, and first is runner on first, second, and first. So anytime that they're the runner has to move on a
Yeah.
ball in play,
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to tag them.
right. Or if there's just a runner on second, he doesn't have to move. So the only
Yeah.
force out is at first.
Okay. Word. All right. Nice. That was a good answer.
Good job.
Nice. Good explanation. Now, here's another one. Who decides on the players / builds the team? That was a listener suggested question.
Well, I mean, they have people who go down and do some looking at prospects.
Right.
On the college level,
Yeah.
on the minor league level, in other countries, all over. And they're going to compile the best amount of players they can get. They have some
Yep.
that they've grown themselves. They have some that they're looking out there who they might trade for, who might be free agents, so
Or
they
might
can
be
sign.
waived or something.
Yeah, and they're
But-
compiling a roster, a group of guys who can work together. Because if you can compile a roster with all superstar players, doesn't mean they can work together.
Right. I think the answer to that question would be the president of baseball operations and the GM are going to be like, here's your group of guys, and then they might ask the manager, hey, what do you think of this guy? We were on the fence. The manager be, I don't like him. He doesn't work hard enough, or something like that.
Yeah.
So it'll be something along the lines of those.
How
couple of
accurate
guys.
is that scene in Moneyball?
Which scene?
Well, there's multiple scenes where they're talking about players. They're at that little table.
I mean,
It's probably embellished, but sort of like that.
yeah, there's definitely some
You know,
like
there's like it looks like
some substance to that,
8
where they're sitting
dudes.
around.
I
Hey,
imagine-
this is a guy we like.
I imagine it looked like what GM, manager,
Those were scouts, head
tons
scouts,
of scouts
and stuff
there,
like
and-
that. Yeah.
then Billy Bean.
Just think about this. Bobby Cox was the GM of the Braves. He's the one that helped scout Chipper Jones. And then he's put himself as the manager, and they hired another GM.
He's like, I like this Bobby Cox guy. We should
Isn't that
hire him."
great? That's awesome.
I like this Bobby Cox guy.
Yeah, me too.
We should hire this guy.
We
He's
should.
a good guy. Okay. All right. Here's another one. What is the most important stat? Which seems super vague, right?
Very vague.
It's more of an opinionated question, but I think that what they are asking me is maybe what is the most important stat to like analysts or maybe
Or to us.
to us.
To
Well,
fans.
we kind of went into this a little bit last week
Yeah.
with WHIP and ERA and OPS, but I guess it depends, who you are. But
Yeah.
I'd say for me, I look at OPS first is usually what I look at.
OPS. Word. I mean, hey. I answer as best as you can,
Should
right?
we just say wins and losses?
That's what I was going to say, but I thought that would be a very
I mean,
it's
smart
very-
aleck answer.
It's,
but-
Wins and
it's
losses
not,
is-
I mean, when you look
I mean,
at
at the end of the day,
standings,
yeah.
This
who
can be a compound answer, guys. This can be a compound answer.
I mean, I think winning is the most important in any sport, but I think if you're looking at a player,
if you want to be exciting, you look at strikeouts for pitching,
Yeah.
and you look at home runs for hitters.
Yep.
And
That's
you
a
move on
great
with
way
your
to
life.
put it, Charles.
if you want to see how well a guy's producing, you look at RBIs for hitters, and you look at, ERA for
Yeah,
a pitcher.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Depends on what
Okay.
you're looking at.
Nice. Good answers. What does the backwards K mean?
Oh, the backwards K, that's a good one. So, like, if a hit, if there's two strikes, and then the
Explain what a regular
regular K,
explain
just a
what he's
strikeout.
talking about, because
A K is a strikeout.
A K is a
So
strikeout.
if the hitter swings the bat and misses, that's a regular K.
Okay. Yeah.
If the hitter doesn't swing and the umpire says strike three,
That's a
it's a
backwards.
backwards K.
so if you ever see at a ballpark hanging down from the rafters or something, there's like 7 regular Ks and then a backwards one. That's what that is.
You know what I've seen recently?
Hmm.
Someone put up a backwards K, and then the hitter go, ABS, I want to make sure. I tap my helmet so I can see, and then they
Yeah.
had to take it off the board
Dang.
because it got changed.
Dang.
That's a good one. The backwards K, not everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. That was one from me personally. I
Some
thought
people
that
think K is weird for strikeout.
Yeah.
for a
I'm just
while
kinda used
I
to
thought
it.
maybe they
Yeah.
just put it every third K or something. But
Just think if they put SO for every strikeout.
Yeah, that
That
would be
makes-
too much room.
that would be a lot of room. Yeah.
Also, I don't know, does somebody bring those?
Yeah, just some rando brings us.
And like, what if like, Spencer Strider strikes out 18 like he did that one time? Like,
man.
you're going to run out of Ks.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like duplicate some K somehow.
Are there rules restricting the size of baseball teams?
Yes, there's a 26-man active roster, and then you have a 40-man roster, which you can move players up and down from. But then anyone else you'd have to add. Like the actual, because each level has their own 26-man roster. But then the 40-man is players that can be added to the MLB and then are also
Could you
on a MLB.
hypothetically have like 100 people and then just have like your 40-man roster
Well,
and then 26-man
that's-
active roster? Is
that's
that how
what-
it already is, basically?
Yeah, pretty much, because like when a guy gets DFA'd, usually it's to clear a 40-man spot so they can add someone else.
I see.
So
DFA,
Designated.
designated for assignment. I love that term.
Which
Yeah.
it sounds like confusing, but it basically just means like we need you off the team. We need a spot. So you've
Yeah.
been designated.
Well, there's a few
assignment.
people that needed to be DFA'd that got it finally.
Or worse than that, released.
Like Aaron Bummer.
well, what a
He's
bummer.
gone.
What a bummer.
Not for the Braves.
Not anymore.
Yeah, well, that's good. And I'm going to give you guys one more.
All right, hit us.
I'm gonna lay one more big old question on you. We're gonna say, what is an innings eater?
Is that a real one?
That is a
Yeah.
term. Yeah, that
Is that
is a
someone
term.
who comes in the game just because they're way behind?
Or
is that what
way
you
ahead.
Said? Or
yeah.
way ahead?
It sometimes
Like Carlos Carrasco?
yeah, like sometimes we say like they say they don't want to burn the bullpen, so it's like, all right, this is your game, and it's 8-0 in
Yeah.
the 7th. All right, you're pitching the last 3, or it'd be,
It's a little silly. Like, if you have your star pitcher out there and you're up like 12-0,
Yeah.
it's a little silly to have him continue.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of what ifs in sports. What if he gets hurt? I know you can't play that way all the time, but if you're up by 12 runs, can't you play like that a little bit?
You definitely can.
Even with your star players in the field, bring him in there, get him out of there.
Well, and
I agree.
sometimes like you'll just be crushing a team, and the other team is just like, this guy's getting killed, but we don't want to use anybody else. So, buddy, you're just. But it also could be a term for a guy like a John Lester,
John Lester,
who he's an innings eater in the sense of that guy goes out and he takes 7-8 innings every time he pitches, just because he's just like
He just got the arm for
he's
it.
just got the he's just gonna go out there and he's gonna eat innings.
God.
I like those
But
guys.
but it's sometimes it's a mop up role, and sometimes it's the starting pitcher that just pitches a lot.
I
I
feel like
see.
you don't have the mop-up guys as much as you used to because you don't have the specialist as much.
Right.
So you can't have as many. Your roster has to be constructed a little differently now.
Or if a guy mops up one day, he gets DFA'd and they bring up somebody else to. Because a lot of times
Yeah.
a guy will pitch a lot and then they'll sit him down so they have a fresh arm.
Yeah.
So,
No,
I
that
always
makes
feel bad
sense.
for the young pitchers who they're like, you're getting called up to the big leagues, and then the next day like, you got sent back down to the minors because we needed to make a roster spot. You're just there temporarily. I mean, come on, let them have a week.
you're probably like telling their family, like, oh, you guys got to come to the game.
Yeah.
They'll get called up and then they're there for a day. Actually, go back to AAA.
Get out of there.
Man, but there's so many different. I like this game because, yeah, some people don't understand. Some people might go to a game all the time and not know what the backwards K means.
I just found out what it means.
And some people might think it's weird. What if there's an old timer sitting right in front of you, ask them that question? They would love you to ask them that question.
well, some of them respond, I imagine, very rudely.
Well, it depends on where you're
a couple
at, I
of the
guess.
people at Naturals.
Some
game
people are
did.
nicer than others. Everyone just be nice. Everyone just
I
be
agree,
nice.
dude.
It makes the game better when you help people learn.
Yep.
Been a great Memorial Day show, everybody.
Indeed, it has.
I guess we got to do what we do, right?
Yeah.
Call to the
Gotta
bullpen.
call the bullpen. Who is our closer today?
I got you one today
one.
for the AL East leading Raves. Raves? The Raves. That's the team. The Braves
Raves.
and the Rays are combining to be the Raves. Brian Baker.
Oh, Brian Baker.
He's the Rays closer. So we'll go.
Is he their
Wow.
current closer?
Yeah, he's got 14 saves. So
That's awesome. I mean, I love I like the Rays because it's not the Yankees and the Red Sox right there. Let's go Rays. Great closer. Lefty of the
Crazy.
day, I'm stealing an idea that PJ gave me earlier. He didn't even know he gave me this idea. He walked down the hall. He's like, hey, I was watching something and I saw this award show thing. There's a guy named Riley Green on it.
and I said he looks
Riley
different than when he
Green.
plays for the Tigers.
Right.
Because there's a
he's
country singer.
the country singer who also is going to be a judge on The Voice.
Yeah. Which
Jacob
that would
looks
be-
at me. He's like, hey, who's Duck Man?
It'd be funny if
Yeah.
the player Riley Green came one time and was like, yeah, I know what's going on.
I'm picking
That would
Riley
be
Green
so
to
fun.
manifest the Tigers out of the last place position. Riley Green, Detroit
Okay.
Tigers.
I'm picking a guy. I'm staying old school pitchers like I did last time. I'm picking Gary Nolan. He was a one-time All-Star. He was a part of the Big Red Machine.
Gary Nolan.
He finished second in Rookie of the Year voting. Pitched 226 innings at 19 years old.
Wow.
You don't see
You
that often.
don't
Pitchers
see
don't
that.
really get to play at that young of an age.
No.
But he was an All-Star and helped the Reds win a couple World Series.
Wow.
Shout out Gary.
Does he have two
Shouts
first
out
names?
Gary.
He's one like you like.
Yeah, I
Gary
feel like Nolan is one of the like.
That's a,
Nolan
it's a questionable
Arenado?
one.
Yeah,
I know a couple Nolans.
I do
first
too,
name
but
Nolans,
I feel like Nolan is like a acceptable
It
first
is.
name, last name.
I would agree with that. For my a player in time, I went with Warren Spahn.
Oh, Warren Spahn.
Former
You guys-
Brave.
Yeah, you guys know Warren Spahn.
Yes.
As you would. This guy, he had an ERA of 3.09 after he pitched 750 games.
He was a beast.
Yeah.
There used to-
3.09, bro.
There used to be a saying he had one of his
1195 whip. That's
pretty good.
pretty good. And his debut, he played for 1 year and then he had to go fight in World War II.
What a
Yeah.
beast.
That's baller stuff.
And he came back and was like, actually, I'm just gonna keep owning everybody.
yeah, after doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I took a little vacation.
Yeah, it's all right.
Could you imagine doing that?
Taking 3 years off baseball to fight in a war.
mean,
and then
You know
come
they
back.
were probably playing at camp and stuff, they were probably
probably
playing.
were.
some
absolutely.
baseball. Especially if Ted Williams is there and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, there's several players, from what I understand, that fought in World War II, but
Well,
they were definitely playing baseball.
What I was
Had
going
to
to
be.
say is he had a guy in his rotation named Johnny Sane at the same time. And the Braves' other pitchers weren't very good at the time. So there used to be a saying that was spawn and sane and pray for rain.
Wow.
Because they're like, whoever pitches on the third day, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
That's
No.
a good one. I like that.
That's a good one. Shouts out Warren Spahn.
Former MLB commissioner Bud Selig.
He's
Remember Bud?
in the Wisconsin Hall of Fame. He's got a statue outside the Brewers Stadium. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Bud Selig. Shout out to Bud Selig.
Shouts out Bud Selig.
He had this quote: "Baseball is a part of America's social fabric. On Memorial Day, it is important for all of us to pause and reflect on those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for the price of freedom." Bud Selig.